Tensions in the region have drawn global attention after Iranian military sources claimed that naval forces carried out a major operation in waters connected to the Indian Ocean and the Strait of Hormuz. According to statements circulating through Iranian state-linked channels, the operation involved the use of Ghada and Talay systems against a United States naval destroyer operating in the area. Iranian officials described the action as a direct response to growing pressure in the region and said it was intended to send a strategic message. The United States has not confirmed the claims made by Iranian sources. Officials from Washington have indicated that American naval assets continue to operate in the region and that routine patrols are ongoing to maintain stability and secure maritime routes. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most important shipping corridors in the world, handling a significant share of global energy transportation. Iranian media outlets describe the event as a significant military moment. Statements attributed to officials within the Iranian defense establishment suggested that the operation demonstrated the reach and readiness of the country's naval capabilities. Iranian sources specifically reference the Ghada and Talaya systems, which are often associated with Iran's evolving naval and coastal defense strategy. In reports carried by Iranian outlets, commanders emphasized that the action was intended as a warning and part of a broader strategy to defend national interests. According to these statements, the move was carefully planned and conducted to demonstrate that Iranian forces can respond quickly to perceived threats in surrounding waters. The message is clear. Any presence that threatens our security will face a decisive response, said a senior Iranian military figure quoted in regional reports. While Iranian sources claimed that American vessels were affected during the incident, there has been no confirmation from the United States Navy indicating that any of its ships suffered operational damage. American defense officials stated that naval forces remain fully capable and continue to operate in accordance with international maritime law. The Strait of Hormuz has long been a focal point of geopolitical tensions. The narrow passage connects the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea and is considered a strategic choke point for global trade. Because of its importance, naval forces from several countries regularly operate in nearby waters to safeguard shipping routes. Analysts say that any report of military activity in the region is taken seriously by international observers. Even unverified claims can influence markets, security assessments and diplomatic relations. Energy markets often respond quickly to developments near the Strait of Hormuz because a large percentage of the world's oil shipments pass through this narrow corridor. Iran has repeatedly stated that it views foreign military presence near its coastline as a security concern. Over the years, Iranian officials have argued that regional countries should be responsible for maintaining maritime stability rather than external powers. This perspective has frequently appeared in official speeches and statements from Tehran. At the same time, the United States has maintained that its naval presence in the region is intended to protect international shipping and support allies. American commanders have emphasized freedom of navigation as a central principle guiding operations in the area. Following the Iranian claims about the incident involving the destroyer, international observers began examining satellite imagery and maritime tracking data to determine what might have occurred. As of now, publicly available evidence has not confirmed the details presented by Iranian outlets. Despite the lack of independent confirmation, the statements themselves have become part of the broader narrative of rising tensions in the Middle East. Diplomatic analysts say that such messaging is often used as a strategic tool to signal strength, influence public perception and shape regional dynamics. The Ghada system referenced in Iranian reports is typically associated with long-range capabilities designed to target maritime assets at considerable distances. Military analysts note that Iran has invested heavily in developing systems intended to limit access to surrounding waters. These systems form part of what defense experts call an anti-access strategy aimed at discouraging foreign naval forces from operating near Iranian territory. The Talaya system mentioned in the reports is believed to be part of Iran's expanding arsenal of advanced naval technology. Iranian defense officials have previously stated that these systems are designed to increase the country's ability to monitor and respond to developments in nearby seas. Iranian military leaders often describe these capabilities as part of a defensive doctrine. According to official statements from Tehran, the goal is to deter potential threats rather than initiate broader confrontation. Meanwhile, U.S. defense officials have stressed that American forces are trained to operate in complex environments and remain prepared for unexpected developments. The U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet, which operates in the Middle East region, oversees maritime security operations across a vast area that includes the Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Oman, and parts of the Indian Ocean. Security analysts point out that incidents involving naval forces in crowded maritime corridors can easily become sources of misunderstanding or misinterpretation. Because many ships from different countries operate in close proximity, even routine maneuvers can sometimes be interpreted as deliberate signals. Diplomatic channels often play an important role in preventing misunderstandings from escalating into larger crises. In the past, various communication mechanisms have been used to manage encounters between military forces in sensitive regions. The current situation comes at a time when geopolitical tensions are already elevated. Several developments across the Middle East have contributed to an atmosphere of uncertainty, prompting countries in the region to closely monitor each other's military activities. Iran has repeatedly emphasized that it will respond to any perceived threat to its sovereignty or national interests. Statements from Iranian officials often highlight the country's determination to defend its territory and maritime rights. Our naval forces are fully prepared to protect the nation's waters and interests, said an Iranian commander in remarks reported by regional media. American officials, meanwhile, have reiterated that their presence in the region is not directed at escalating tensions, but rather at ensuring stability and protecting global commerce. U.S. defense leaders frequently note that international trade relies on secure sea lanes, particularly in areas such as the Strait of Hormuz. Experts say that incidents involving claims and counterclaims are not unusual in highly contested regions. Governments sometimes release statements emphasizing their strength or readiness as part of broader strategic communication. For global observers, the key question remains whether the reported event reflects a genuine operational encounter or simply a messaging effort within the ongoing geopolitical competition. Without independent confirmation, analysts caution against drawing definitive conclusions. Nevertheless, the reports have once again highlighted the strategic importance of the Indian Ocean and surrounding waters. These maritime zones connect major energy producers in the Middle East with markets across Asia, Europe and beyond. Any disruption or perceived risk in these waters can influence global markets, diplomatic relations and military planning. Because of this, developments in the region are closely watched by governments, shipping companies and international organizations. Regional countries have also expressed interest in maintaining stability along these routes. Many economies depend heavily on uninterrupted maritime trade, making cooperation and communication critical, while Iranian media continues to present the incident as evidence of growing naval capability. The absence of confirmation from other sources leaves the full picture unclear. Analysts suggest that more information may emerge as monitoring agencies review satellite imagery and shipping data. In recent years, both Iran and the United States have conducted extensive naval exercises in nearby waters. These exercises often serve as demonstrations of readiness and technological advancement. Iran has also introduced new naval platforms and systems during annual military showcases. Officials in Tehran often highlight these developments as proof that the country can defend its maritime borders and respond to external pressure. Similarly, the United States regularly deploys advanced naval vessels and aircraft to the region. American commanders emphasize that these deployments are part of long-standing commitments to regional partners and international security frameworks. As discussions continue about the reported encounter, diplomats and analysts stress the importance of careful communication. In environments where tensions are already high, even symbolic actions can carry significant political meaning. For now, international observers are waiting for further clarification. Whether the event represents a confirmed operational encounter or a strategic messaging moment, it underscores the complex dynamics shaping the waters around the Strait of Hormuz and the broader Indian Ocean region. What remains certain is that the region will continue to attract